Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody is having a great Saturday so far. Just wanted to let you know, I'll apologize now. I am actually doing this in my kitchen this morning, and you may hear my birds in the background, so just never mind them. So this is a little bit different video than what I've been doing. I've been doing my cash stuffing, but there's so many financial worries in the world right now, especially with our young people. And I'm blessed right now because I am doing fairly well. I mean, I'm not rich by any means, but I'm doing okay. And I'm able to save. And if you've watched any of my other videos, I'm heading towards saving for retirement. So, but there's a lot of people right now that are not doing very well. And it bothers me that, there's not a lot that I can do. There's not a lot really that anyone can do. But if I can do anything to maybe help with some ideas, I am really good at budgeting. So maybe I can help in that way. I have some ideas on how to save, reduce your bills. So also my cat just jumped up here, so you may see him in the picture at some point. Anyway, so, okay, I wanted to give, and just a disclaimer, everything that you hear or see in this video is my opinions. Okay, so I wanted to start with rent. Everybody has, this is for people who have rent, not a mortgage. Obviously, you can't really do anything about your mortgage. That's kind of a set thing. But if you are a renter, I do highly suggest that you spend no more than 30% of your pay for rent. That's going to really keep down, your cost. So anyway, let me grab, sorry, excuse me. I'm going to grab my calculator. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. You probably did hear my birds in the background. Okay, so like for instance, say you get paid biweekly, and most people do. There are some that get paid once a month or semi-monthly, but for the most part, I think a lot of people get paid biweekly. But let's just say you get paid $1,300, and we're just going to say times 2 a month. So that's 2,600. 2,600 times 30% is 780. So according to the math, you should be paying no more than 780 a month for your rent. My suggestion, I mean, in a lot of places, your rent, even for like a 1-bedroom is like $1,200, $1,500. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous in some places. I'm lucky enough to, one, live in Texas where things are cheaper. I mean, you can move to Texas if you want. But two, I live on property, and my corporate office was nice enough to let me pay basically half the rent. So some ideas, look for cheaper rent. Another idea is get a roommate. I probably spelled that wrong. I mean, you might have to, you know, cheaper rent. You may be going somewhere that's not as desirable. But it's just something you might have to do. At this point, if you want to be able to save and have more money in your pocket. Utilities, there's not a whole lot you can do. But let's say it's basically just going to be a matter of, you know, frugal. Don't sleep with everything on. If you're gone during the day, you're at work, make sure all the lights are off. If you have a dishwasher, run your dishwasher at night. I'm trying to think. If you guys have other ideas too, just jump in and let me know. There's just not a whole lot that you can really do about that other than being frugal and take showers rather than baths. It takes less water. So if you have a water bill, that can cut down on the water. Your dishwasher is a part of that as well. But electricity right now, it seems to be the biggest issue. So just be as frugal, mindful as you can. If you have, let's say, Netflix, that's a big one. I believe Netflix is like, what, $25 a month? Let go of it. Get rid of the Netflix. If you have, get a DVD player. Go to a thrift store or a pawn shop and get a DVD player. And get you some DVDs. I mean, you can go to thrift stores and pawn shops and find DVDs for like $1, or go to estate sales or garage sales. I mean, with what I do, trust me, you will find them. You know, I've got my eBay store. I go to estate sales and garage sales, and I see DVDs and CDs and stuff all the time. So you can find them for really cheap. If you have subscriptions, I don't know, because I don't know what a lot of people do. Like if they have newspaper, magazines, etc. Okay. Get rid of them. It's not a need, it's a want. So this is basically what we're doing. Things that are needed, and I get it. It's horrible. Pardon my French, it sucks, because you want your magazines, you want your Netflix, but they're not necessary to survival. At this point, that's what we're doing. We're trying to survive and be able to save money. Your car payment, hopefully you don't have a real high car payment. And again, my opinion, get a buy here, pay here. Or find someone, buy from an individual. So this is, I had a buy here, pay here car, and they're ripoffs. I mean, for the most part, but when you're desperate and you're trying to not have a huge car payment, that might be your only option. Or like I said, buy from an individual. I ended up letting that car go back. And yeah, sure, it put a ding in my credit, but my credit sucked anyway, so didn't really matter. But I found an individual who worked with me, and I offered a little bit more than what he was asking, actually, because I needed to make payments. So, you know, I made a deal with him. We drew up like a lease for the car, you know, stating that I was paying this amount. I'm offering this amount, and I'm making, now I made $300 payments every payday. And it took me a couple of months to get it paid off, but I now own this vehicle free and clear. The only thing I pay is insurance. That's another thing, is your car insurance. Shop around. You can find good deals there. I found at this point, you know, I only have to pay for the lowest amount that Texas tells you have to have, and I pay basically $75 a month because I pay for 6 months in advance. And that's another thing in a later video that we will go over. You can see a little bit of it in my cash stuffing videos, but my intention basically is to start here to help you with some ideas on how you can be more frugal and cut costs, and, you know, find a way to better survive or better live where you can save and still not feel like you're just living paycheck to paycheck. You know, we don't want to do that anymore. And so I'm trying to help in any way that I can with that, give you some ideas. So insurance, again, shop around. I know there's some really good ones out there. There's, I don't know how old it is, but I just saw something about a place called Lemonade. I am with Root. I don't really care for the fact that they follow me around, but it's cheaper. So whatever. Find the best deal that you can. There are better deals out there. So if your car is paid off, again, my opinion, I would go with the least amount that your state requires you to have. So, and then, let's see, what else? What else do you normally have? Food costs. So food is still relatively expensive right now. I have started going to the butcher. I do pay, it's actually not that much more expensive for my meat than like Walmart or United or Food Lion or wherever you shop. But sometimes, like the butcher that I go to, they have like pack deals. So like you can get chicken, hamburger, different kinds of meat for a lower cost. And then, you know, you basically take all that and stick it in your freezer. And what I've started doing is making a menu for a week at a time. And I base my menu off of the meat that I purchased. So, you know, I'm spending somewhere between about $75 to $100 a week, which for these days actually is not bad. So, find deals, make yourself a budget or make yourself a menu. If you menu shop, and this is like really crazy, so just, I'm kind of doing this on the fly, so I didn't have any expectations of what this was going to look like, so just bear with me. And I'm going to get a drink of coffee. Okay, so make a menu, and your grocery list. Go off of that grocery list. If you didn't write it on your grocery list, you don't buy it. So you better make a good grocery list to take to the store with you. No more Grubhub. Or what are some of the other places that you, delivery services? I'm just going to put delivery service because I can't think. It's like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That eats you alive right there. I mean, because you're paying somebody else, to deliver your food to you. Unless you're sick or, like when we were in lockdowns with COVID, there's no excuse. Go grocery shopping. Do not pay any more for Grubhub or the other delivery services. It's a waste of money. So you can save money right there. Okay, what else do we normally pay? Credit cards. All right, hopefully most of you are not in credit card debt, but I know that a lot of people are. So I would, in my opinion, again, I would begin a snowball effect. It's called a snowball. Okay? If, say, you have 3 credit cards. Credit card 1, credit card 2, credit card 3. Okay? You need to find the credit card. Which credit card has the highest interest rate, number 1? Okay. Let's say your highest interest rate credit card is credit card number 2. That's the one that we want to pay off first. Okay? Not the one with the highest amount on it that you've spent, but the one with the highest interest rate, because that's going to save you money in the long run. So let's say, and I am going to be doing my next video is going to be breaking this down basically and showing you like a budget, showing you how to budget once you've gotten rid of all this stuff, how to budget and how to pay things off. So, okay, back to this, sorry. Your highest interest rate, your second credit card is your highest interest rate, and let's say you owe $3,000 on it. Okay. So what you're going to want to do, we're going to pay the minimum, but we're also going to add money to it. And we'll go over that in the next video. Your other credit cards, pay the minimum. Okay? We're going to keep doing that until this is paid off. Then you're going to choose which one has the second highest interest rate. So let's say it's credit card number 3 and it has $2,000 on it. Okay? We're going to pay the minimum plus what we were paying here plus a little bit more. Okay? Your credit card number 1 Pay the minimum. Once you pay that off, and I think you get the idea at this point, you'll pay the minimum plus more, plus more, plus more until that's paid off. And I know it probably doesn't make any sense. Well, you know, if this credit card has 10 grand, I would want to pay that off first because it has the most money on it. No. You want to pay off the credit card that has the highest interest rate because you're paying more in the long run for that higher interest rate. So now, if you have two credit cards that have the same interest rate, sure, pick the one that has the highest amount. But what I would do, honestly, is let's say credit card number 1 has an interest rate of 10%. We're just going to go with that. Credit card 2 has 10%. Okay? So these two credit cards have the same interest rate. Credit card 1 has, you owe $5,000. Credit card 2, you owe $10,000. In my opinion, I would go ahead and get this $5,000 paid off first. Because for me, and this is how my brain works, okay? For me, it's like, that's a little baby step. When I can see that $5,000 gone, that's like victory, you know? I've paid something off. It's done, no more. And when you get done paying these credit cards off, cut them up. Don't close the accounts because that's going to hurt your credit. I believe that's correct anyway. I will double check. Let me double check on that. But if I remember correctly, you don't want to close your accounts. Just leave them open as an open line of credit, but cut them up where you can't use them anymore. Okay? And I will double check on the don't close the accounts, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. What else do we normally have? Let's see. Rent, utilities, subscriptions, Netflix, car insurance, food. And of course, you know, you've got your other stuff like gas and gas for your car, stuff like that. You know, try to, if you want to cut down on paying for gas for your car, if you try to get maybe a ride with someone that you work with, take turns. You know, so you can save a little bit in gas that way. I believe that's it. If you guys think of something else, let me know. But I'm hoping that this will kind of help you out a little bit. If you can think of something like you have a bill or you have, you know, different kinds of bills and you want some opinions on how should I deal with these, please let me know. And I will be more than happy to do another video on that and try to help out as much as I can. So like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And I will see you guys on the next one with how to begin your budget. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.